Shalom, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. Let's give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that taught us this word. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect across the planet Earth pushing this truth, in sincerity and in truth. But as you already know, we're in some exciting times right now. Basically, I just want to talk about the blessings because the blessings aren't going to come until this place is destroyed. So it's good to all these prophecies coming to pass, and the ushering in of Yahushua's kingdom on the planet Earth. But as the scriptures say, all these things must come to pass. But it looks like now they're planning on closing down the Strait of Hormuz, which is a big shipping lane, which is going to cause, a disruption around the world, which is another token, another sign of this place going down and the ushering in of Yahushua's kingdom, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, because these blessings, we've been at the bottom for so long. Now it's time for, us to be built back up, as the scriptures say, it's time and a season for everything. It's time to be broken down and a time to be built back up. But right now we're broken down, but now we're in that time to where, we're being built up again. The truth is being passed. The truth is out there, being pushed on the four corners of the earth. The elect is waking up, and eventually this place is going to go down, and Yahushua's kingdom is going to be uplifted. But just out of BBC News or BBC.com, Strait of Hormuz, what happens if Iran shuts global oil corridor? There's considerable speculation that Iran might retaliate for the U.S.'s strikes on its nuclear facilities by closing the world's busiest shipping channel, Strait of Hormuz. About 20% of global oil and gas flows through this narrow shipping lane in the Gulf. Blocking it would have profound consequences for the global economy, disrupting international trade and ratcheting up oil prices. So yeah, here's the Strait of Hormuz right there. A lot of the global trade goes through that, mainly oil and gas, as we just read. But these things must come to pass, and it's an exciting thing, man. This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, so these things must come to pass. And these things are not yet, our temptation in the time of Jacob's trouble also needs to push. So it's gonna get much worse before it gets better. But we want these things to hurry up and to come to pass so that we can get to these blessings, man. Because we've been at the bottom since forever, for a very long time, bottom of the barrel. Now it's time for Israel to rise up. The Kwam Yasha'Allah. This is Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord, thy power, will set thee high above all the nations of the earth. So that's part of the blessing you get, man. Following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. And part of that second covenant is that he's going to put that law in our inward parts, so that we never go off again, man. So yeah, part of that blessing is to be high above the nations of the earth. Right now we're very low. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. And we didn't do that. That's why we're brought very low. But now we have something to look forward to, man. Something to look forward to, man. Being overtaken by blessings, man. So that's why we look for these things, man. We hasten the day for these prophecies to pass, man, so that we can get up out of here. Be brought back into our kingdom, man, under Yahushai, so that we can be high above the nations, of the earth. And you read on, man, all these blessings, man, that we're going to be blessed with. Jumping down to verse 7. And the Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. And they shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways, man. I jump down to verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they shall be afraid of thee. Yasha Allah, Israel, man, Prince of the Power, man. They're going to understand that. They're going to recognize that. And they're going to be afraid of us, man. Just like they feared King David. You know? They don't fear us now, man. We're looked at as a joke. You know, we're a laughing stock. You know, we're mocked in this place, man. We're hated, but we're loved at the same time. So yeah, we went off, and now all these blessings, man, have turned to curses on us. But you know, as we get closer to this time, man, the Lord's gonna take off these curses and put them on these other nations and give us these blessings, man. This is Ezekiel 34 and 25, and I'll make with them a covenant of peace, and will cause the evil beasts to cease out of the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods. And I'll make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the shower to come down in his season, and there shall be showers of blessings, man. Yeah, just like we read in Deuteronomy, man. You're overtaken by the blessings, man. That's something to look forward to. And the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am Lord, when I have broken the bands of their yoke, and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves with them. Man, so it's going to break them bands, man, that yoke of iron. You know, that whole yoke of iron. Right now, you know, that yoke of iron, that physical yoke has been broken. You know, we're not in physical chains anymore, but we still have that mental yoke of iron, man. The Lord's going to break that as well, that spiritual yoke. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beast of the land devour them. But they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. Yeah, man. None of these other nations will rise up against us ever again. We'll never prey to them, man. They're actually going to fear us. We just read, man, and all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they shall be afraid of thee. Yeah, man, people are going to fear us. That's where that real respect comes from, man. Real respect we're going to get. It said, none shall make them afraid, and will no more be a prey to these people, man. Yeah, Psalm 16:11. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy, and at thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore, man. Yeah, pleasures in righteousness, man. Forevermore. You know, it's eternal bliss, you know, forever. Yeah, no more depression, you know, no more heaviness of mind. Be high above the nations, man. It's gonna be, yeah, it's something to look forward to, man. That's why we hasten the day. We always say, you know, hasten the day, man. We want these to hurry up, man. We're looking forward to this stuff, man. So that, you know, Yahweh's kingdom can be ushered in, man. A new Jerusalem, man, could be coming down from heaven. So we look forward to, man. But, yeah, these things must come to pass, man. But the end is not yet. It's gonna get far more worse. Verse 8 says, and all these are the beginning of sorrows, man. So yeah, it's going to get much worse, but that's why we want to hurry up and get it over with, man, so we can get to these pleasures forevermore, man. Yeah, one of my favorite scriptures is Isaiah 64:4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither hath the eye seen, O Most High, beside thee, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him, man. Yeah, so we can't really compare. Kingdom, we can read about the kingdom of heaven. You can read all these blessings, you know, but no eye have seen, no ear have heard what the Lord has in store, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a heavy scripture, man. Just like you read down to the curse, that slavery curse. And the Lord bring thee again into Egypt with ships. You know, by the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. No man shall buy you. So you read that, you know, it doesn't even cover a fraction of the hell that we went through, man, in slavery, in those slave ships, man. It just says we'll be bringing Egypt again with ships. So this was a very, you know, vague description of what actually happened. So when you read this, you know, it's a very vague description, but it's a powerful description in the saying. So we can't even imagine what the Lord has in store, man. We can't perceive it with our puny brains, man. Just like here, it says, and I'll set thee high above all nations on the earth. It's vague description, but yeah, you actually sit, or like this right here, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. You know, blessed shall be in the city, blessed shall be in the field, man. They're vague descriptions, but they're gonna set some power behind it, man. It's gonna be 10 times. It's gonna be, you know, we can't even describe it. How it's gonna be, man. The blessings, the power, man. Be showered with these blessings. It says, no eye have seen. No, it says, nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, besides thee, O Yahweh, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him, man. That's insane, man. Yeah, you know, it's just overwhelming just to think about it. But yeah, that's why you gotta hasten the day, man. And each brother gonna have his own chariot, man. This is Isaiah 4:5. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and a shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense. Yeah, at every dwelling place, it's gonna be that chariot. You know, cloud by day, fire by night. Something about that chariot. Just like coming out of Egypt, man. And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and a place of refuge, and a covert from the storm and from rain. So that chariot's gonna be perched above your house, man. You know, right above your dwelling place. This is gonna be able to go whenever, wherever you want to go. You know, explore the universe, go next to the sun, go to another planet. It's right there waiting on you. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And also, last scripture, the city, man. Revelation 21, if you read up, it goes into how the cities are going to be built up with different precious stones. But should jump down to Revelation 21 and 21. The 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Yeah, the streets are paved with gold, literally, man. That's what they say about America. But you know, America's nothing compared to that, man. You can't compare America to the kingdom of heaven, man. The streets are literally gonna be paved with gold, man. jumping up to 18, Revelation 21:18. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, a precious gemstone. And the city was pure gold, like under clear glass. A whole city under pure gold, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Reading on, verse 21 and 22. I saw no temple therein, for the Lord power almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of the Most High did lighten it. And the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut all by the day, for there shall be no night there. So that's the best part of it, man. When it says no light, no sun, that's talking about there's no need to teach. Everyone's gonna have the knowledge. Everyone's gonna have the understanding of who they are as a nation. That's not the second covenant. They're gonna know that if they're an Israelite, they're gonna know their power. They're gonna know Yahweh Shai. They're gonna know Yahweh. They're gonna know their history. You're not gonna have to set up camp and teach every man his neighbor. Know the Lord, and everyone's gonna know the truth. Even these are the heathens. They're gonna know the truth. That's what it means by it. There's not gonna be no light, no sun. They're still gonna have the sun. There's still gonna be the ordinance, the seasons, and all that. You're gonna have all that. That's just a metaphor for everyone's gonna have the light within them. Everyone's gonna have that knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yeshua, and that's the best part of the kingdom, man. We're gonna be a nation again. We're gonna be people again. Scripture say, Hosea, people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. You can see the devastation of that. You can see how our people are. That we're just completely destroyed on the side. That's the best part of the kingdom, man. Our people aren't going to be destroyed anymore. They're going to know who they are. They're going to be in their right mind. That's something to look forward to as well, man. That's the best part. There shall be no night there. That's the best part. But yeah, looks like they're going to close up the Strait of Hormuz. Just one step closer. This World War III. One step closer. The time of Jacob's trouble. Ultimately, one step closer to our temptation of pushing that microchip, marking the beast. Ultimately, one step closer to the destruction and the return of Yahweh Shai. And then we can get these blessings, man. And with that, shalom.